Seton Hall takes down in-state rival Monmouth by a score of 75-65 here at the Prudential Center. Seton Hall with a 10-point win. The offense was working well today, but it started off with Miles Powell, who had 10 points early, had 13 at halftime, ends with 18 on the day. What can you say about his performance?
He was definitely very hot in the first half. He was explosive for the Seton Hall Pirates. I think he actually ended up motivating some of our team to really move on in the offensive strike. He also led in, had some good assists in the first half. He was really a good powerhouse in the first half for the Pirates.
And he's really working well in this offense from, moving the ball around and taking his shot, really looking for it more than previous seasons.
Absolutely, especially since the fact that he's actually a sophomore. He's fitting in very well with this veteran squad, really proving his time on the court and showing how important he is to this team.
Let's see what Kevin Willard had to say about his young star.
Miles, he's become addicted to being in shape, and it's one of those things that when I guess, he loves the way he looks. He loves the way. I think more importantly, he understands how well he's playing is directly in part to the hard work he's putting into his body. And I think once you get that and you see great results, you don't want to lose that. He's very, he won't eat that much at team meals anymore. He won't have the seventh cookie like he did before. And it's to his credit. I mean, it was his willpower. It was his wanting to change. And, it has nothing to do with anything besides that young man really wanting to be the best he can be.
And post play, a huge part of the game today for the Pirates, outscoring Monmouth 40-16 in the paint. Delgado, obviously the star of this Seton Hall Pirates team. Him and Enzi worked well together today.
Absolutely. Delgado actually scored a second double-double on the season. Hopefully he can continue that strike. He was really big with the offensive rebounds as well as the defensive rebound, being huge in the paint and also passing off to Enzi. Him as well had really big attempts in the paint, grabbing the ball out of the air.
This Monmouth team played well against them. They were able to shoot. They're a very good offensive team, but in the post is where they won today.
Absolutely. The deficit, I think, is the most important thing. 40-16, we said. Mm-hmm. That's huge. A huge emphasis on that exactly for this Pirates team.
And we caught up with Delgado after the game. Your team had 40 points in the paint today. What was working for you guys down low?
Yeah, it was really good. Mike, Ish, me, Sandra, we played really good today. I think the guys played really aggressive. Mama's got a lot of big men, they really good, but we're working a lot of stuff, what they did, and I think we just got to keep working, keep getting better.
And also on the offensive end, you and Mike, how do you guys able to work off each other?
Me and Mike been together for too long, so I kind of know why everything he do. He kind of know what I always do. So I tell him as soon as they double team me, just be there. I'm gonna get you the ball there.
And defensively, once again, the Pirates come out on fire. Last game against FDU, had the press going. Today they come out with it again. Khadeen Carrington with 4 steals.
That's a huge part of this game. It's a huge reason as to why they won with a 10-point deficit. The fact that they had Khadeen Carrington alone having 4 steals, leading into 2 separate fast breaks, which would then extend their lead. It was huge in the first half, even bigger in the second half, and then even all around, the defense as a whole was really stepping up, stopping them in the paint. Again, adding to that post in the paint, it's really important, and hopefully they'll be able to continue this on in the season.
They were able to adjust very well, stayed in the press for a little bit, backed off. They really controlled the game with their defensive presence.
Absolutely. I think the only thing that if we were to look at something they could maybe get better at would be behind the arc. They definitely left open some really big shots for this Monmouth team, and this Monmouth team really advanced on those opportunities. They were nailing from behind the arc. So if our team, the Pirates, is able to get better at the defensive positioning behind the arc, we will have a very successful team on our hands.
Let's take a look at what Khadeen Carrington had to say after the game.
I think I got us going with a couple steals. So just digging in on the ball, getting steals, and getting easy baskets. I think that's really the big focal point.
How do you feel the press is working for you guys?
The press has always been it always worked for us. I think we did a great job with the press. Getting deflections, slowing them down, getting them out of the rhythm.
So once again, Seton Hall comes out with a 75-65 win. Now on Wednesday they will play Indiana on this same floor. What can they improve upon to go against maybe a bigger foe?
Definitely, if we see more of assist play, I think in total the Pirates only had 16 assists throughout the whole team, so that's definitely something we could look to improve upon. I mean, Angel Delgado did have a double-double, but if he could improve upon those assists, getting those rebounds, moving it down the floor, getting the assists, that would be really something that this team could advance upon.
and only 7 bench points for the Pirates. That's a part that, they had a lot more of on Friday against FDU, but now they may need it again against the Hoosiers.
Absolutely. I mean, even with this veteran squad, there's a lot of seniors, but there's also a lot of younger guys. You have freshman center, Sandro. He could really improve upon his time. I think he only had 11 minutes, but if he's able to, 1, get the ball down, and 2, score some points. I know he likes to shoot from behind the arc. Sometimes he'll make it, sometimes he won't. Maybe get him more in the paint, get him up there. He had a big dunk today. That was really exciting to see, but I think we could really improve upon our younger guys getting in there, getting in the paint, getting to some boards, and that'll really improve this team.
Well, that'll do it for us today from the Prudential Center. Seton Hall wins 75-65. You're watching Hall Talk postgame. He's Chris Famularo. I'm Keith Egan. Have a good night.